If you're looking for a gimbal, here's an affordable gimbal, Scorp 2, that's super light, super small, but could still hold 5.5 pounds of payload and has AI technology built into it. And then you give it an OK sign, it turns green, and then it just starts following you no matter what. Look how cool that is. Check this out. What's up guys, Marion here from Camera to Freedom. If you guys use your camera to take photos and videos and make YouTube content so that you can live a life of freedom like how I'm trying to do, then hit that like and subscribe and let's go. So today's video is all about gimbal. So I have been using gimbal ever since it first came out. Before gimbals, we were using sliders. We would have this big long slider that we would carry to wedding gigs and other video gigs, and we would place it, slide a little bit, and it would be the most amazing thing in the world. But now, gimbals. We have affordable gimbals that makes your camera super smooth no matter what you do, right? So of course, you can't just walk around like this. You still have to know how to use a gimbal, but this is definitely a game changer. So I do have a handful of different gimbals. One of my most expensive gimbal that I have is a DJI RS4 Pro. That's almost $1,000 with all the accessories. And I love it, I do. But at the same time, it is pretty big. I do travel for my video gigs, and carrying a big gimbal does take up a lot of space because I try to be as light as possible. I have 2 carry-ons and that's it. I'm not checking nothing in. So I got small tripods, small gears, everything is tiny. I have the Panasonic GH5 II, still one of my favorite cameras. I have a bunch of different cameras, but when it comes to a lot of the gigs that I'm there for all day or traveling, I carry my trusty Lumix GH5. Now there's GH6. I think GH7 is coming up. But anyways, I still got friends bringing carts full of gears, like as if they're moving to a different country and they have to set up. It takes time to put things away. There's no way to just be quick and nimble. Whereas I'm all about that. I want to be quick. I want to be mobile. I need to get to the position and get my shots and not worry about my gears. So let's talk about Scorp 2. The best feature about this Scorp 2 is that how light it is. So this is a very tiny gimbal. It does come with a tripod that allows you to hold it in multiple different ways. You could hold it like this, a typical gimbal, how you normally hold it. But you can also take this out. You don't actually need this tripod, and then it becomes like a little pistol. You could hold it like it's a pistol. I mean, this is very comfortable. You know what I mean? I was in the Army in my past life. I was in the Army a long time ago, so I'm kind of used to holding a rifle, holding a pistol, but this is a very comfortable position to be in. It also comes with a handle, so you could actually mount it up this way. So like the other gimbals that I have, the DJI, for example, you actually have to mount a handle so that you could hold your gimbal this way, but this is kind of built into it. And it's in a position where the thumb is on the joystick and the button. So you could easily use the joystick to go up and down, left and right, in case you need to do so. So that's really cool. And without the tripod, you could pop this legs down and voila, there you go. Look how cool that is. That's really neat. So it's very small, it's very mobile. I love it when I travel. It fits in my 2 carry-on bags, so it doesn't take up that much space. So that's one thing I definitely love about this. So I love the pricing of this gimbal. It's not as expensive as the DJI Pro. So the first feature that I love about this, it has this thing, they call it AI, but it's a cool technology. Everything is AI nowadays, right? But I love what it does. So you go to the setting and you turn on AI. I have it on the whole time. And there's a little sensor right here. So what this sensor does is sometimes I make my YouTube content and all the time I'm shooting by myself. So if you guys are out on the field, you mount this on a tripod, you can see that the red light is on, and then you look at it, and then you give it an OK sign, it turns green, and then it just starts following you no matter what. Look how cool that is. The sensor catches you and it moves you. So it's not really reading the camera, it's the sensor that sees you. And then when you're done, boom, it stops. That's cool. Okay, that thing was from my phone. It wasn't from the camera. But that's really cool. You can see the little red light and the little sensor right on the front. So that is super helpful if you do a lot of filming for yourself. Even if you're shooting for a client, I sometimes shoot, like for example, a cooking show, and the person kind of walks a little bit left to the right, and instead of you constantly tracking, which, you know, that's what you're supposed to do. But there are times where I'm shooting by myself and I'm managing multiple cameras. It is very nice that you could have one of your camera just constantly following the person that's talking. So that's very cool. It also has USB ports, so not only can you power your camera, but you could also control your camera. So with your thumb, you could push record and then your camera will record. Instead of having you doing this all the time, you could click on this button back here and start recording right away and start shooting. A lot of my gigs, I'm shooting vertical social media videos. So instead of having to take it out and rig it so that it goes sideways, you could simply push the F1 button real quick, double tap it, it goes into a virtual mode, and then it goes into a vertical mode, and then you could hold the handle to now shoot in vertical mode right here. So that's what I normally would do. But if you want your whole setup, let me double tap to bring this back. Now, if you want the whole setup and you want to actually mount this camera vertically, it's very quick and effective to do so. So check this out. So I'm going to power this off, take out this bottom piece. This part comes out, and then this little mount comes out. Boom. And now you can just, your camera is in a vertical mode. This has a multifunctional knob that you could use to tilt up and down. And then there's a button on the side that allows you to change so that the knob instantly does something different, like panning left and right. And then of course it tilts left and right as well too. It has an FPV button right here because I like to kind of go into the FPV mode. And the FPV mode is just like how it says, like an FPV drone. So when you're shooting it, you could tilt any way and you get that creative look, which I love to do every once in a while when I'm filming real estate or I want that creative angle. So I definitely recommend that. And there's an F2 button that when you push it, it turns off the touchscreen so you don't accidentally mess up your settings. So this bundle comes with a little awesome bag right here. It's very light. And the accessory that I like that it comes with is this little thing. Attach it right over here. And then it gives you two mounts on the side. So that way you could attach maybe a video light. You could attach a boom mic on the side, or maybe even a battery charger for your camera. Whatever the case might be, it does allow you to attach accessories onto this gimbal. So that's this little accessory is really cool to have. All right guys, so bottom line, if you guys want a gimbal that's affordable, but has all the features, plus that AI tracking feature, and the fact that it's light, but still could carry 5.5 pounds of payload, and it just has every feature that a gimbal would have. If you want to save yourself some money, then this is the one to get. I have the link below. And if you do buy from me, thank you so very much for your support. And if you have any questions, please leave it in the comment. Just say what's up. It'll definitely help me out. And I will answer any questions that you have about this gimbal. All right. Well, thank you so much for watching it all the way through. And I will see you next time.